Mini Hoops up next. The powerful spot-up shooting two-guard Jason Richardson and the Phoenix Suns go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers and their sweet shooting floor general, Mo Williams. Phoenix, Cleveland, coming up next.
And there's a look from earlier today at the former NBA MVP, Steve Nash. Welcome. This presentation of the NBA is brought to you by 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg. Happy to have you with us for this Friday night broadcast. The crowd here in anticipation of their home team Cavaliers in an interconference battle here at the Quicken Loans Arena. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Nash runs point with Jay Rich at the 2. Hakeem Warwick and Robin Lopez in the middle, and Turkoglu. And for Cleveland, Mo Williams and Anthony Parker pair up in the backcourt. Jamison and Varejao in the middle, and Moon. Clark, a lot of success for the Suns against the East last season, 19-11 against the other conference.
A lot of that could be a style of play thing. I mean, more East teams kind of want to slow up the pace and can really be thrown off balance by what the Suns like to do, which is high-octane, entertaining, effective offense.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. One thing about Coach Alvin Gentry of the Phoenix Suns, he really empowers his bench to be active at both ends of the floor. Reserve forward Jared Dudley said, Alvin has given us confidence. We know when we're going to come in and when we're going to come out. It's just confidence in knocking down shots, knowing that if you mess up, you're not going to come out. He's been consistent with that all season. Guys, so important for the coach to define players' roles. It makes things so much easier.
He's done a great job. Thanks, Doris. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Clark, you mentioned this. The run and gun style has been such a part of the Suns for the past couple years. Do you ever think they'll ever get away from it anytime soon?
Well, I don't think so. Not as long as Steve Nash is there.
True.
But beyond that, who knows? I mean, even after Nash leaves, the fans have grown accustomed to that style, and they really like it. It's about your personnel, but Nash makes that offense go.
It is fun to watch.
It's extremely fun to watch, Kevin. Boy, it's a thing of beauty to watch him just rise up and put it down.
Clark, doesn't it look like he's always having fun out there?
Yeah, he's having a party. I mean, they might need to stock a spare backboard when this guy comes to town.
Cavaliers on D, following the miss by Hedo Turkoglu. That's good.
He drew the D in and then kicked it out to the open man.
And Cleveland has possession. Clark, think back to the Suns' playoff run last year. Back problems caused Robin Lopez to miss a good part of that. But during the regular season, don't you think his improved play was a huge factor for the Suns?
A very significant factor, Kevin. I mean, you think about how he improved rebounding the ball. His scoring numbers went up. His field goal percentage numbers went up. And he was actually a reliable free throw shooter as well. And he gives the Suns a defensive presence inside that they sorely need.
Al Varejao shoots a 3. Warwick snatches it inside.
Well, they left him open to try to sucker him into taking that shot, and it worked out.
Here's Turkoglu. The 3 kept alive. Goes back up. Lopez, no luck. Suns on D. Let's go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Alvin Gentry.
Kevin, he said in a matchup of teams that appear to have such similar talent, it usually comes down to which side is willing to be more aggressive. That's the message he tried to make very clear to his team before they hit the floor. Will they be assertive to start? We'll see.
Great, Doris. Sounds like this one might come down to which coach Clark can build a better mousetrap.
Especially when two clubs are operating at essentially the same level, Kevin.
The Suns making a switch here. Fry's checked in. And he makes the free throw. You know, Clark, looking at the Cavs from last season, second straight year for them having the best record in the entire NBA.
You think about the atmosphere here at the Q. I mean, just an unbelievable place to play. Very, very difficult for opposing team. It's a fun atmosphere, and the noise in here can be deafening.
Here's Williams. 2:47 left in the first quarter. Varejao with it. Jamison inside. That falls in on the layup coming off the feed. Jamison's got his first 2 points of the night.
These guys are doing an excellent job on offense here at the start of this game. Good shots leading to 4 or 5 shooting.
And here's Turkoglu for 3. Rebound by Parker. The Cavaliers leading by 5. To the paint. Moon takes it up. And he lays that one up and in for 2. He's got 6.
Great assist on that basket. He's seeing the floor well, and he's making some beautiful passes.
Here's Nash. And here's Turkoglu from the arc. Scooped up. Richardson, good. Richardson's got his second bucket of the night.
You can't allow him to establish deep position like that. Once he gets it in that close, he's almost unstoppable.
Here's Williams. Rebounded. A second chance effort. Jamison gets the whistle, and he'll go to the line.
Tough interior defense means not allowing easy baskets. Good foul.
Shooting for Cleveland, Anton Jamison, taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Jamison made the move off the Wizards last year, part of their rebuilding process.
And Kevin, it ended up being good for him. He got to go to the playoffs with the Cavs, and even though it didn't work out for him, you always like to see someone like Antoine in the postseason.
Joey Graham, he's checked in for Cleveland. Sessions comes in for Anthony Parker. The Suns making a switch here. He's off on the second. Suns trail by 5. Richardson kicks it over to Nash. It's blocked. And Clark with Jamison and his move to Cleveland. It did take a while for him to adjust, and his numbers certainly took a dip.
He was the #1 option with Gilbert Arenas out for the Wizards, so he was asked to score a lot. With Cleveland, it's an adjustment for a guy like Jamison.
So it's Phoenix now. The Cavaliers making the shot. Richardson the pass to Nash. Here's Hill. The shot misses, and Cleveland will take it the other way. Williams kicks to Jamison. Back to Williams. Richardson covering. Williams kicks to Sessions. Connects from in close.
That's too easy. The D's got to get to him about 8 feet further out.
And here comes Nash. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. A different look for Cleveland. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Jamison. And Anthony Parker is subbed in for Mo Williams. Then for the Suns, Robin Lopez is checked in for Richardson. And it's Dragic in for Steve Nash. Here's Dragic. Outside Hill. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Anderson Barrett. First person, team's first. Shooting in Phoenix. Grant Hill. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And so he makes both from the line.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Here's Sessions. 22 seconds left in the first. He's guarded by Dragic. Sessions with it. Just 3 to shoot. The dump off. It's Parker outside. That's a 24-second violation, and they'll turn it over. Here's Dragic. There's the horn as we end an exciting first quarter. Cavaliers ahead, leading by 7.
They're making the extra pass and finding guys for open look. I love the discipline they've shown in their offense so far.
And we'll return momentarily. Now the second quarter about to start. Here's Dragic. Ramon Sessions and Anthony Parker in the backcourt. Hickson is out there with Graham and Hollins. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Through all the hype and glitter, Clark, I think maybe most impressive about the Cavaliers' rest record is that they swept the toughest division, arguably the toughest division, the Pacific, 10-0.
Yeah, that's extremely impressive, Kevin. I mean, I don't care how you look at it. When you talk about blanking the Pacific Division, that's impressive. I mean, if you're going to list the divisions that you would sweep from last season, I would have probably had the Pacific Division last on that list.
Me too. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Season before last for the Suns, Clark, they tried to remake themselves like the Spurs with the focus on defense, more of a half-court attack. The result, though, they didn't make the playoffs. It wasn't in their DNA.
No, it certainly wasn't in their DNA, but it's a copycat league, Kevin. You know that. But sometimes you just got to understand who you are and what you do best. And if the personnel isn't suited to a certain style, you've got to let it go and be who you are.
That's a great point. Now let's check in with the third member of our crew, Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Anderson Varejao is known around the league for his big hair and also for his flopping. He's one of the best in the NBA at drawing charges. But the league has discouraged refs from calling charges now unless it's really clear-cut. And Varejao has changed up his defense as a result. He said, "I'm just jumping straight up. They tell us that they won't call a foul on you if you jump straight up. And I'm trying to take advantage of that now." Guys, back to you.
They call it the rule of verticality, Doris. Varejao, a smart defender, making the adjustment. Yeah, and then this last season with the Suns, they opened it up, Clark, and got out and ran, played some defense, and they came roaring back.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. The key there, though, is I think they managed to add a new focus and commitment to the defensive end of the floor. And a lot of the credit, I think, has to go first to the players, but also to Alvin Gentry and his staff. I think that might have been a carryover from the Spurs model they flirted with, so they did get something after all.
Mo Williams is checked in for Anthony Parker. The and one is good, so a three-point play that time. You think back to when he came out of college and people were saying Grant Hill was the next Jordan. His second season in the league, Clark, he averaged 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists a game.
Yeah, he was a dynamic end-to-end player. Really was excellent at getting to the basket and creating opportunities for himself or others, and had a terrific first 5 or 6 years in the league before the ankle injury sidetracked him a bit.
About 7 years of surgery and rehabilitation.
Yeah, great to see him playing well again, though.
And he slams it home. Here's the replay on the Spike Slam King.
Boy, he flushes it with such strength, Kevin.
Yeah, how about that one, Clark? He continues to top himself.
Yeah, he's outdoing himself, isn't he?
Here's Nash. Just over 3 minutes left in the second. And here's Turkoglu for three. No good. And Cleveland will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. To the inside. Down low. And he's able to score the bucket. Foul called by the official. So one free throw for him right here. Both teams will make substitutions. And no problem at the line here for the three-point play. Well, Cleveland breezed through the Bulls, but they just ran into a buzzsaw last May, Clark, when they had to deal with the Celtics and all the pride. I mean, they always talk about Celtic pride. It was on display in that series.
It certainly was, Kevin, and you can never underestimate that. The fact that those core guys had won a championship, they were healthy, they felt good, and they were confident going into that matchup against Cleveland. They felt like they had what it would take to be able to push past the Cavaliers.
And the Suns miss again.
That's not something you'll see very often. Got the mid-range jumper he wanted, but off target.
Here's Moon. Turkoglu grabs the board.
That was a high degree of difficulty on that shot. Whenever the defense can make you change your shot at the last moment, it's never easy.
Uncovered. The shot, no good. And Cleveland will take it the other way.
You got to expect more out of him here. He's had a lot of difficulty this quarter, which in turn is making it difficult for them to cut into this deficit at all.
And here's Nash. Here's Warwick. It's Mo Williams with the rebound.
The defense couldn't close out on the mid-range J, and the shooter made him pay.
Sessions. And it's laid up and in. 13 points in the game. Here's Nash. 1:32 left in the half. And the Suns call time here. Different look for Cleveland. Graham comes in for Sessions. And Anthony Parker is subbed in for Mo Williams. And then for Phoenix, Robin Lopez is checked in for Fry. Dudley comes in for Jason Richardson. And it's Dragic in for Steve Nash. Here's Lopez. Now Dragic. Here's Turkoglu. And again, unable to change momentum here. Hedo Turkoglu had a big playoffs for the Magic a couple seasons ago, and he parlayed that, Clark, into a very nice contract with Toronto.
Yeah, he sure did. He was able to cash in while the cashing was hot, if you will. He's a terrific player, an excellent playmaker at his sides, good ball handler and passer. His career numbers, though, say he's a quality starter, but not necessarily a star that can carry a team, and I think that showed itself a little bit in Toronto.
Here's Moon. Blocked. 45 seconds left in the second. And taken away by Moon. Here's Jamison. And another miss by Cleveland. Suns trail by 9.
They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry, Kevin.
And here's Turkoglu from the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic.
And there he goes. He didn't get a 3 in the first, but starting to look for it here.
The Cavaliers leading by 6. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Parker with him. Just 3 to shoot. Now Moon. The tray, and the shot is good. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, he's really been big for their team, finding a way to consistently get it done on the scoreboard. Well, the defense has been causing a lot of rush shots here. They're really doing an outstanding job. Everybody's on the same page. It's 5 guys out there working together.
And the first half is now in the books. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena.
Damon Bruce here, and it's time now for HP at the Half. The Cavaliers have the lead out in Quicken Loans Arena against Phoenix. They're getting a ton of points from their bench players, a big injection of energy. Ramon Sessions coming up big. They've also gotten a great boost from Antoine Jamison. And the Suns keeping at it. They've launched 3 after 3, but it looks more like a bricklayers convention. A difficult first half for Hedo Turkoglu. He'll be happy to change baskets, even told his coach the lid was on that side of the court. And that's it for now as we send you back out to Kevin and Clark for the second half. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody.